slam dunk you in college?
Never.
School is in session. A little 2-on-2. I'm going to give you a chance. Let's do it. All right. Nice pass. Me.
Oh, wait.
A little taller than I thought. Hey! Oh, man! Bow! Oh, thank you, Mr. Lassard. Appreciate it.
No problem,
Eddie.
Joe.
Eddie, I hurt myself, Eddie. Come on. What are you doing working this cut for?
Thank you.
Joe Piscopo? Should be playing the Italian League. I bet Frank Sinatra did that to his knee after he went at him in his special. Did you see that? He went all blue-eyed.
All right.
She's going at him for going at old blue-eyed. I'm hurt. Get him up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Piscopo!
Are you guys feeling all right? Feeling all right?
Thank you for coming down. Thank you for coming down. We got a night for you tonight. I got one thing to say. Hello again, everybody. Joe Piscopo, live Sunday Night Sports. The big story, the Boston Celtics. We're here. Brown, Shaw, Lewis, Klein, rejuvenating, remarkable, renegotiations. Bird, Parrish, McHale, legends, veterans, old, and kicking butt, first place. Celtics also. D. Brown is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. D. Brown. We got Kevin Gamble here tonight. My man Joe Klein is here tonight, Joe. Brian Shaw's here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Good Brian. Derek Smith is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Derek. Awesome. And Stoico Vrankovic is here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this guy. Is Chris Ford the coach is here, I understand. Where's Chris Ford? Right here. Hey, Chris, how are you, man? Huh? Nice to have you here. Yeah, you know, we have former Celtic great ML Carr is here tonight. Where's ML Carr? Is he standing right for me? And this is what my beer colleague over here, player and coach Tommy Heinsohn is here. Where's Tommy? Hey, Tommy, after the show, baby. And I think we all feel the same way about this next gentleman. Just a thrill to introduce the legendary Bob Cousy. Nice to see you, sir. Just the greatest. We have got Jimmy Aleck, Ceisler from Boston. Mike Dugan is here tonight. Jimmy Tingle from Boston. We know what we're doing. And Queen Latifah. And we got our house band, ladies and gentlemen. J.D., Billy, and Ken are here tonight. Hi, guys. Good look at this. All right, now to tip things off, one of the funniest guys I know, just a bright, bright man and a nice guy. He's going to kick off our show. Would you please give a nice welcome to Blake Clark? Make him feel welcome, please. Blake Clark.
Good evening. Hi, my name is Blake Clark. I'm from Georgia originally. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was born and raised in Georgia, and I fought in Vietnam. That's kind of like being punished for the same thing twice. In fact, I used to have flashbacks in Vietnam. Did you hear what Saddam Hussein said the other day after we attacked him? After he attacked him with all those high-tech jets and the missiles and everything, he went, "Where do they get all these wonderful toys?" Flew. I live in Los Angeles now. I live in L.A. I don't live in Georgia. I flew. Thank you very much. I flew here from L.A. because it's too damn far to walk. And when did flying become so difficult? You remember when you used to fly, you just called somebody up and you'd call up some airline and say, "Hey, I want to go to Boston," and they tell you how much it costs. Now you call somebody up and say, "I want to go to Boston." They say, "Well, you have to fly on a Tuesday. You stay over Saturday. You come back on a Sunday. You got to wear plaid pants. You got to sit on the left-hand side." How about making sure the engines stay on the aircraft? There's a novel concept. There was a flight. I won't tell you which airline because I don't want to be sued, but it was an American airline. It was going from... It was going from Dallas to San Diego about 3 years ago. You might remember this. Lost an engine. Now, when I say they lost an engine, I don't mean the engine quit working. They lost it. You understand what I'm saying? They had it when they left Dallas. They could not find it when they got to San Diego. Right? Somewhere over Texas or New Mexico or Arizona or Eastern California, some unsuspecting family got themselves a new air conditioning unit on the roof. Now, the thing that I find very interesting about this, makes this an interesting story, is they didn't even know. They didn't know till they landed in San Diego. They didn't know. I'm thinking, isn't there a light or something that comes on up there in that cockpit? If there isn't, there should be. If I'm driving my car and the door's not closed, I have a light that comes on and lets me know. I'd like to think that, if my engine fell out of my car, maybe that check engine light would come on, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even know. That's the kind of stuff that I'm worried about. Here's an example of this. Here's the justice system. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. I'm not making this up. True story. Friend of mine had his truck stolen in front of my house, Los Angeles, Studio City, broad daylight, okay, broad daylight. We called the police. They wouldn't even come. Now, I don't know what I expected them to do. The truck was already gone. But, when you have a truck stolen, you know what I'm saying? You want somebody in a uniform to show up, stand in a spot where it was, and feel sorry for you at the least, okay? The guy, they wouldn't even come. They wouldn't even come. Wouldn't even come. You don't pay your taxes. They're there the next day. What? Where are your taxes? We're in my stinking truck! See, it's the justice system. The justice system in this country doesn't work. Never has, never will. Here's an example of justice in America, okay? A guy goes in, he robs a bank, he shoots the teller. He's on videotape. 50 witnesses see him perpetrate the crime. He gets in a gun battle with the police in the bank. They catch the guy in the bank. They handcuff the guy in the bank. They take him outside the bank. They call him a suspect. Wait a minute. Now they're not sure if this is the same guy they handcuffed 15 seconds ago? Hey, check the videotape. If they can have videotape replay in the NFL, certainly they can have it in law enforcement. Buzz the booth. After further review, the arrest stands. Then the guy goes to trial, which takes 10 or 11, 12 months. Naturally, he's found guilty. He's on videotape, 50 witnesses. Then he appeals it another 4 or 5 months. Meanwhile, he's written 3 bestsellers. He's got a movie of the week. He's on Geraldo's show. He's on Oprah's show. He's on Phil Donahue's show. Phil's dressed up in a dress, running around trying to understand this guy. Is the caller there? Is the caller there? Oh, he shot the caller. He killed the caller. Okay, the caller's not there. This is not justice. Okay, if you want justice and you have to put these people on television, put them on People's Court. Judge Wapner's the only decent judge we have in this country. He comes back in 2 minutes with a decision. There's no appeal. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited. Keep it going. She's here tonight. Queen Latifah!
Come on, pump it up right now. Come on, pump your fists like this, everybody. Pump your fists in the air. We don't pump this up for Common Strict Live. Come on, give me body. Turn that sound up. And it goes, welcome into my queendom. Come one, come all. When it comes to lyrics, I bring them. In spring, I sing it for. I call out to all the ones who had a hard day. I prepared a place on my dance floor. The time is not for you to update. I throw a beat, a good chance for you to move. Come on, y'all. House music always soothes. So get with the flow, let's go. Yo, can you rock to a house with tempo? If so, then shall we let the game begin? For better opposition than your beat, and I'm on fire. The flame's too hot to douse. The flame is open like this. Say, I love the Celtics. Come on, say, I love the Celtics. Say, I love the Celtics. Come on, the mighty, mighty Celtics. It's a dancer who's watching, keep the bass and treble flow through the speakers, ride the rhythm. I know it's gonna reach you, I'm the queen. Latifah. Now it's time to run through it. 45 King, cue it, yeah, there you go. I told you you could do it, now did you enjoy it? I knew it, dance to the beat of the drum. Give me some with a flavor you that I come to say, ride the groove line. Don't swing the pipe line, listen to the smooth line, always the right line. It's a house party I'm hosting. Come and rock with the one who's chosen. He can't turn me inside out. For those who dare to come into my house. Is everybody having a good time tonight? I said, is everybody having a good time tonight? Listen, it's a new fusion I'm using. You ask, what is it I'm doing? Hip-hop, house, hip-hop, jazz. With a little pizzazz from the queen of royal badness. Remember me from rap to my madness, it's my rap. That rocks this party, I'm a hijack. And get your body, this is not anybody interlude. Keep in mind, I move multitudes. The Asiatic black woman, hardcore beat drumming. It's hard to keep it going me down, so I keep coming. Blow for blow, I take and I get some. Still I rise in a civilized wisdom. I hope the lyrical display as you arouse. It's an open invitation. Come on. Don't make me wait. Come into my house. Say what? Give me body. Don't make me wait. Come into my house. Everybody in the place, give me body. Yo, we want to thank y'all for letting us come out. But tonight is for the soldiers in the Middle East. So when I say goodbye, I want you to say peace. Goodbye. Peace, peace, goodbye. Peace, peace, goodbye. Goodbye. Peace. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, what are we doing now? We are going to bring on a gentleman who I just found out that Tommy Heinsohn and Chris Ford, you guys are from Jersey, right? Jersey, unbelievable. We have a New Jersey comedian coming out from Ramsey, New Jersey. Please make him feel at home. He's a very funny guy. Mike Dugan is his name. Mike Dugan. Oh my God.
Keep it going for Joe Piscopo, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Good, I'm pretty good. I've been vacationing, and I was in Hawaii 2 weeks ago, which was pretty nice. I had a good time, except one thing, all the towns and all the street signs are in Hawaiian. So after you're there, for a couple of days, everything you read starts looking Hawaiian. Like you'll see a big sign that says, "Uhaul." No, that's U-Haul. So I grew up in New Jersey. My parents live in Cape Cod. I just spent 4 days with my parents down on the Cape, which was just long enough to realize that 3 days is plenty of time to spend. With my parents, I'm 33 years old. To this day, no one can push my buttons like my parents can. You know why your parents are so good at pushing your buttons? It's because they installed them, that's why. It's so funny how life evolves. I'm 33 years old now, and I feel like I understand what life is about. But I also know from experience that 2 years from now, I'll probably look back and realize I had absolutely no clue. It's gone on my entire life. Like when I was 18, I was cocky. I thought I had it together. Then I hit 21, knew I had it together, looked back at 18, and said, what the hell was I thinking? Then when I was 25, I looked back at 21 and said, I was out of my mind when I was 21. And now I look at 25 the same way. So I'm wondering, does this go on your entire life? Like, is there some guy 90 years old saying, you know, when I was 87, I was clueless. But now I am living up to my potential. Well, I only knew at 88. What I know now at 90, young man, I would do it all differently. I think the biggest changes started happening for me when I turned 30, because that's what happens. You hit 30, you start to go through changes. You start to realize things when you turn 30. Things like people who are 40 aren't very old. 90 is old. 100, that's old. Dick Clark is frightening, isn't he? Dick Clark went to a psychic. She told him in a previous life he was Dick Clark. So, do you believe in reincarnation? What's the option? Heaven, hell? You know, I've done a lot of thinking about heaven and hell. I've come to one conclusion. I'm like you. I don't know if I'm going to heaven or hell. I just hope God grades on a curve. Maybe an extra credit question at the end, you know. An essay, I can BS, something easy, you know. Yeah. I think about, you know, what isn't here. I think about, you know, heaven and hell and infinity. I went to college. I majored in philosophy. Every parent's dream come true. You know, I think I get my sense of humor from my father. I told him I was going to major in philosophy. He said, why don't you minor in communications so you can wonder out loud? So I'm constantly finding, these things stick out at me, I'm constantly finding things that I don't understand. Easter. I can understand Easter to an extent, like Jesus died, 3 days later he rose from the dead. I can understand that. What I don't understand is how some of these customs evolved around Easter. My guess is that Jesus had very high cholesterol levels. Quick, you guys, here he comes. Hide the eggs. Because you figure we already lost him once, we better take better care of him this time around. A lot of things I don't understand. I went to Mrs. Fields' chocolate chip cookies last week. I ordered 6 chocolate chip macadamia nut cookies. I asked for milk. The girl behind the counter, I swear to God, said, do you want whole milk or 2%? Like, at this point, it matters. You know, these cookies got more butter in them than the last tango in Paris. I see puzzling things. I was in the grocery store last week. Guy in front of me in the express checkout line was buying a dozen condoms and Gatorade. My next-door neighbor has a Corvette. It's a good thing they invented the Corvette, isn't it? Well, yeah, otherwise how would 45-year-old divorced men pick up teenage girls at bowling alleys? Here's one thing I can't figure out. Sylvester Stallone is now the chairman of the National Literacy Campaign. I swear to you, Sylvester Stallone is a celebrity spokesperson for the National Literacy Campaign. You can't write jokes like that. And And it's cutting his own throat, too, because if he wipes out illiteracy, who's going to go see his movies? Okay, all right. Rocky. Rocky was a great movie. And I like boxing to an extent. You know what I can't figure out? Now, in a championship heavyweight fight, what's the money called that they're fighting for? The purse. The two biggest, meanest men you've ever seen in your life fighting over a purse. A purse and a belt. Thank you very much. Good night.
Michael Dukakis. You know, I'm telling you, really great names. We're moving on with that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to introduce you to a guy who has been all over. He works all the major talk shows. Wait, sir, where are you going? You can't leave. Wait, you can't go. Are you going to the men's room? You go to the men's room. We'll bring a camera with you, buddy. Go ahead. Go to the men's room. Will you let the guy? We'll wait. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome this next gentleman. He is so funny. He's on all the major shows, and we're so happy that he could do our show here tonight. Please welcome, if you would, Jimmy Aleck, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Aleck.
Gotta go to the bathroom, huh? Gotta go to the bathroom. Did you ever hear those depends? Especially for guys like you. You can sit there and go, I'm fine now, thank you. Boston in the winter, no thank you. You know, I think snow makes people stupid. You're driving in a snowstorm, you hit some ice, you start sliding on the ice. What's a driving tip you're given? Hey, turn your wheels in the same direction that you're sliding. I'm sliding off a cliff. What kind of stupid advice is this? It's like telling somebody, you see a big semi coming head on, floor it. I got caught speeding recently with one of these radar cameras. Have you heard about these where they take a picture of you speeding? Now get this, I get a speeding ticket in the mail, it's a picture of my car. I send the ticket back with a picture of my money. I'm renting a car while I'm here in Boston. Isn't it fun to rent a car? You know what's fun about a rent-a-car? You can do things to the rent-a-car you'd never dream of doing to your own car. You ever get a rent-a-car, get it going about 80, 85, and then just for the heck of it, flip it in reverse, just to see? Oh, is that what happens? The whole transmission falls out. Look at that. I'm sure glad it's not my car. It's going to cost some big bucks to fix this, baby. And then they charge you like $10 a day for the insurance. And I look at it this way. If I pay $10 a day for insurance, there'll be some damage on that car. I'm getting my money's worth. Pleasure to be here with the Celtics, though. Really is. Let me ask you something about Larry Bird. Is that a mustache, or he'd drink a milkshake before each game? I just want to know. What is that on his lip? And quick impression, Kevin McHale. And before, Joe Klein was making fun of D. Brown's haircut. You got the show D. Brown there? He called him Floyd Patterson. Now, that isn't right, because Rookie of the Year in my estimations, right there. I've been married now for right around 2 years, and living with a woman is interesting, isn't it? The bathroom is the most amazing thing. I get to ask women one question about the bathroom. Ladies, when you're done in the bathroom, how come you can't learn to put that toilet seat back up? Huh? Is this tough to do? Is it too heavy for you? What's the problem? You ever get this, guys? In the middle of the night? The other night, my wife comes in and goes, I just fell into the bowl. Well, here, try this next time, honey. Turn around and look before you sit your butt down, okay? I've been married now for a while, and I found the most difficult thing is grocery shopping. You ever spot a single man at the grocery store? Look in his cart. Beer, Twinkies, pizza. Food for a week. Married men, now we're some conscientious shoppers. We always have lists with us. And we're always double-checking our list. Because God forbid we should forget something on the list. Because a married man knows he forgets something on the list, his butt's going back to the store. He knows it. You can always spot a married guy. He's got a list, cart full of great food, and tampons on top. And he's not happy about it either. If you could read his mind, you'd hear him thinking, I used to be cool. Really, I did, huh? What happened? Now I have tampons, stockings that come in an egg, and Pampers. What happened to my life? I don't know. See, I have trouble buying women's products. I have to mix them with macho things when I go to the store. I go in there, yeah, let me see. Give me whiskey, case of beer, tampons, set of weights. Can I have those here? Yet, women have no problem with men's products, do they? Women will buy anything. What do you want me to buy? A jock strap, jock itch, condoms? They don't care. Have you ever seen women buy condoms? They're bold. They walk in there, yeah, give me the lambskin lubricated ones that are ribbed with feathers 2 feet long and vibrate. Those are the ones I want. And sexually, women are better off than men. Woman doesn't want to do it. What does she say? I do not want to do it. I feel fine. I don't have a headache. I just do not want to do it with you tonight. No. But you guys get a feeling that if a woman's in the mood, we better be in the mood too. Do you get a feeling? You get the feeling if we said we don't want to do it, we won't be doing it for a long time. You get a feeling? Because a woman knows if she says, I don't want to do it, the man will roll over and go to sleep. And we'll go to sleep. You know why? Because we're going to try again in the morning. When we go to bed horny, we wake up hornier. We wake up pretty darn perky some mornings, don't we? It's good morning! Morning, morning, morning! Oh, I'd wake up if I were you. Mr. Happy's paid us a visit, honey. Let's go! Hey, you've been great. God bless you. Thank you.
Tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that we made a special effort to, well, we didn't. Actually, I came up here just to play ball with the Celtics, but the producers made a special effort to find some local talent for you tonight. Some Boston-bred talent right here on the Comic Strip Live Prime Time. So, it gives me, I get a kick out of this, you know? He's making his first prime time appearance. And, geez, give him a nice hometown Boston welcome. His name is Ceisler, ladies and gentlemen. Ceisler is here.
Hello. God. Thank you. You know, this is very, very exciting. A gymnasium at Hellenic College. This is prom. This is prom night from hell. Doesn't it look like that? Remember that? I want to start off, you know, with all the tragedies we have going on in Saudi. I was reading this. We still have 5 American hostages in Lebanon. We forgot about those guys. They're still in Lebanon, and they keep saying they want to work out some sort of a trade. Then I was thinking, geez, coincidentally, we have exactly 5 new kids on the block. Seems like a pretty even trade. Yeah. It's great to be here. I've been traveling. Last week I was in Denver, Colorado for the first time. I had never been there. run into a friend I hadn't seen in years. He says, listen, Rich, while you're in town, let's go out for dinner. I said, great. He says, I tell you what, I want you to try a food we all eat here in Denver. I said, what is it? He says, it's called Rocky Mountain oysters. You know what it is? I wish to hell you had been with me. I had no idea. I figure oysters, I happen to love seafood, then it hits me. I'm in Denver. There's not a beach within miles of this place. For those of you that don't know, it turns out Rocky Mountain oysters is actually deep-fried bull testicles. And I don't like fried food. My favorite food, though, is lobster. Do you like lobster? How many lobster lovers? Yeah. The only thing I hate about lobster is when you're through eating it, well, first of all, they give you that bib. I hate the bib. Then there's always a picture of a lobster right in the middle of the bib. Thank you, I'm a moron. I need a picture of the food I'm about to eat directly on my chest. Thank God they don't do that with the Rocky Mountain oysters. Why is there a picture of a lobster on a lobster bib? Is that for the total jerk who goes to the bathroom, comes out, can't remember what he's eating for dinner? Lobster? Lobster. Then, to make it worse, they give you that thing to clean up with. It used to be called a wash and dry. You know what they're calling it now? A wet nap. I'm not real comfortable with that term. Did you ever look at your wet nap? You know what's on the back of a wet nap? This is unbelievable. Directions. Folks, if you need directions to operate a wet nap, you should not be out in public eating. You have lost your right to mingle. Actually says on it, number 1, tear open packet. What a handy tip that is. Geez, a lot of times I'm going, damn, this thing's not absorbing a thing. And it gets even better. It says unfold wet nap. Here's the one I like. And use. How many people like me were unfolding it, throwing it the hell away, completely bypassing that third crucial step of actually using the wet. Like I have stuff all over my mouth, big pile of wet naps behind me, can't seem to make the connection. There's something I was thinking about the other day, you know. I don't understand one thing. It's the way women take off their shirts. We got 1 million women here. You're different ages, from different places, but you all take off your shirt exactly the same. Why does every woman in the world start off with this little ballet move? You all do it. What the hell is that? That's like geometry. A is to B, B is to A. And you all do this little wiggle thing. And then you do this thing. I don't know. I worked it out on computer. It doesn't work. But you do this thing where you flip it, and all of a sudden it's up over your head, folded, and put away all in the same move. That is too cool. Guys, we don't do that. We go right for the collar. And it stays there, doesn't it? Everything I have is inside out. I never folded anything in my life. I lived with 4 different women. They all got pissed, too. They always say, okay, I'll show you one more time. Okay. They always say, okay, take it like this. Take the arms, fold them back. And they always make this face. They always say, take the arms, fold them back, and I got that down, and then they always got like a meeting. What? I gotta go. You work it out from there. Because, guys, we can get this far, then we're lost. We have no idea what to do. We all do the same thing from this point on. Sometimes we got company over, we do a little adjustment. We fold it into shape. We mold it, you know. I don't iron either. I looked at an ironing board. I looked at my clothes. There's no correlation between these two things. If I was trying to iron surfboard covers, I would have no problem. I hope you guys remember my name, Ceisler. It's not a great name. I think the toughest name in sports is Joe Montana. You got to say it tough. Joe Montana. You couldn't go, well, we were out cruising. It was me and Beaux. Oh, and also
Joe Montana.
It's actually the second best name in sports. Toughest name in sports.
Dick Butkus.
You line up Joe Montana.
Dick Butkus.
Doug Flutie. Thanks a lot. You guys are great.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Queen Latifah!
This one's for the ladies. Drop it. Oh. You want to take it back? You want to take it back? Word. Wasn't the start we wanted, but we gonna rip this one for the ladies. Y'all ready? Cause it goes, the ladies will kick it, the rhyme it is wicked. Those that don't know how to be pros get evicted. The women compare you, break you, take you. Now it's time to rhyme. Can you relate to the fact that Moody's in the middle somewhere? So I'ma have to take it from here. And it goes, I break into a lyrical freestyle. Grab the mic, check the crowd and see smiles. They see a woman standing up on her own two. Sloppy slouching is something I won't do. Something that we can't flow. Stereotypes, they got to go. Or I'ma mess around and flip the scene to reverse. With a little touch of what? Ooh, ladies first, ladies first. Sing it, ladies. Ooh, ladies first, ladies first. Now, guys, you know y'all first too, but I'm a girl, so I have to be on the girl side. Check it out. As it goes, contacting in fact. Style it gets hard. Cooling on the scene with my European partner. Laying down track after track. Waiting for the climax. When I get there, that's when I text the next man or the next woman. It doesn't make a difference. Keep the competition coming. And I recite your chapter in verse. The title of this recital is what, ladies? Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first. Come on, clap. Come on. Put your hands together. Come on, have some fun today. Yeah, Kiko. Stepping on out. Step out into the night. Queens of civilization are on the mic. The scene is right, the crowd is tight. I expel the whack and those who bite. Why? Cause I'm that tight. 3 with beats, 45 king style. He wants me to sing, but I'm asleep, so meanwhile. Over and over the opposite sex. Mooney rips the mic, I rock it next. Flex. You never catch me at my worst. He gets the trip, it's ladies first. The woman that first. First. It's ladies first. Easel. Celtics in the house.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sports Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Pour it on, work it out. If you're talking about sports, that's what it's all about. So pump it up, pump it out. Pour it on and work it out.
Because after working out, you don't want to fill up. So reach for the silver bullet, the one that won't slow you down.
Talking about Coors Light, it's the right beer now. Pour it on and work it out.
You will be working with people. You mean living people?
The most entertaining movie of the year is opening everyone's eyes.
Where are my glasses?
They're on your face.
Awakenings, a cause for celebration, says the Washington Post. Funny and moving, a miracle of a movie. And Joel Siegel adds, it makes you realize how wonderful it is just to be alive.
Have you thought what you'd like to do today? Everything.
Robert De Niro, Robin Williams, Awakenings, rated PG-13. Now playing at a theater near you. Check newspapers.
40 $49.88. At Wilmington Ford, choose from 1988 and 89 used Tauruses and Tempos, Escorts and Chevy Celebrities, Pontiac 6000s and Oldsmobile Cutlasses for $49.88. And get this, $95 down, only $139 a month. Most equipped with automatic transmission, power steering, AM/FM stereo, even air conditioning. 1988 and 89 for $49.88. $95 down, $139 a month. Only at Wilmington Ford in Wilmington. Don't miss it.
Ladies and gentlemen of the great city of Boston, I think you know this next guy. He is just burning up the comedy scene. He is wonderful, and he's Boston bred. Please welcome Jimmy Tingle. Hit it out.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice to be here this evening. Couple of things are bothering me, folks. Got a parking ticket recently, $15. Really upset me. Well, let me explain. I don't mind putting a quarter, okay, in a parking meter and essentially renting out that piece of land for 15 minutes. That's a good deal. What gets me is if you're 5 minutes late, you get a ticket for like $15. Hey, give me a ticket for a quarter. I'll pay a ticket for a quarter. Where do you get $15? In the course of 4 minutes, someone jacked up the rent 6,000%. It's not right. It's not fair. It doesn't happen in other areas of life. I mean, if your rent is $500 a month and you're 1 day late, you don't get a bill for $65,000. Come home from work, some guy's towing your house down Broadway. This house is going to Maine, pal. And if you complain to the city officials, they get mad at you. Listen, Buster, let me tell you something, Mr. Comedian. Let me tell you something, you loud, red little man. Let me tell you something right now. The city needs the money from the parking tickets to pay for the school department, to pay for the police department, to pay for the fire department. Excuse me there, sir. You need the money from the parking tickets to pay for the school department? I don't understand this relationship at all. I mean, why is the quality of a child's education in direct proportion to his parents' inability to park? Dad, the school needs a computer. Oh, don't worry. I'll leave the car in front of the hydrant. You're going to use the parking tickets to fund the schools. How are you going to pay for the hospitals? Returnable cans? John Hinckley was in the news recently. And John Hinckley said, had there been a 7-day waiting period to buy a gun, he never would have shot President Reagan. I think it's really interesting that John Hinckley would come out in favor of a 7-day waiting period to buy a gun. Not because he's wrong, simply because Hinckley, a potential presidential assassin, is actually more progressive than the United States Congress. Okay. Well, but this whole love affair with guns in the country, it's kind of bizarre, folks. I mean, I was just working down in Florida recently. This is the state that classified Two Live Crew's music as being obscene, right? This is the same state where a convicted felon legally walked into a gun shop, bought an automatic weapon, snapped, and wiped out 11 people. What do they close? The record stores. Now, folks, I'm not a big fan of profanity in rap music, but when's the last time anybody in this country died from like an obscenity to the upper torso? You suck up! We've got the body right here, Captain. Apparently he was hit with a sexual innuendo to the chest. And they want to put the warning labels on the record albums. You want to save lives in America? Put the warning labels on the guns. Warning, don't use on yourself or anyone else. And the Mapplethorpe photos, folks, what, we don't have enough real problems in the country without Jesse Helms going and digging up an obscure photograph taken in 1978 in the Lower East Side of Manhattan? Look! Photographs of naked men. Federal money going for photographs of naked men. It's obscene. It's obscene. It's kind of interesting, considering photographs of naked women for about 100 years have been considered entertainment for naked men. That's different. I'm glad you're into this. Now, Folks, I saw one of those Mapplethorpe photographs, okay? And it was a picture of a man with a bullwhip in his rectum. Now, to me, that's hilarious. I mean, are there a lot of couples out there going, you know, honey? I mean, it's a photograph. It's a picture. It's like we got people in America sleeping in the streets. There's gang warfare going on. We got 500,000 troops fighting a war. We can't come up with an energy policy. And the leaders of this country for the last 2 years have been talking about flag burning, the obscenity of rap music, and photographs of people with bullwhips in their rectums. Hey, pull the troops out of the Middle East and leave the bullwhip where it is. It's like, if you don't like the Mapplethorpe photo, don't go see the display. If you don't like Two Live Crew's music, don't buy the album. If you don't got a bullwhip in your rectum, you got nothing to worry about. Thank you very much, folks.
Suddenly, my lashes were a mile long. L'Oreal's Lash Out Mascara actually extends your lashes as far as you're willing to go. So if you've always felt you had puny lashes, stop moping and lash out.
Lash Out Extending Mascara from L'Oreal.
Time to walk the dog. How we're always leaving at the same time.
Crisp, clean Dentine. We'll take care of your breath. The rest is up to you.
McDonald's introduces a new kind of steak for a new kind of cowboy. It's grilled steak topped with onions, mushrooms, and a hearty steak sauce on a sourdough roll with a side of fries. And right now, it's a great McDonald's value you can't pass up. McDonald's new grilled steak sandwich. It's a new kind of steak for a new kind of cowboy.
The real thing, talking about the real thing.
The real thing. You're talking delicious, refreshing, one-of-a-kind taste that can't be imitated. And when that icy cold Coca-Cola Classic hits the back of your throat, you know you're drinking the real thing.
The real thing. Can't beat the feeling. Can't beat the real thing.
Time's up.
Just started.
I just finished.
Wow.
The first response pregnancy test.
While I brushed.
5 minutes, so easy. Look, white not pregnant, pink pregnant.
And where?
In the pink.
A baby?
First response, 5 minutes easy.
Thanks. It's been a great show. Our special thanks to our wonderful comedians. These guys were great, I got to tell you. Jimmy Aleck, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy. Ceisler from Boston, of course. Blake Clark. Funny guy, Blake, thank you very much. From New Jersey, Mike Dugan, ladies and gentlemen. Michael. And again from Boston, Jimmy Tingle. Thank you, Jimmy. You guys are great, man. You guys are... And special thanks to Queen Latifah. And our band, J.D., Billy, and Ken. You guys are great. Thanks to everybody. And, you know, to all our servicemen and servicewomen overseas, God bless you all. Our thoughts are with you. Thanks, Boston. We'll see you in the finals. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thursday, The Simpsons get cable TV the old-fashioned way. They steal it. But will they get caught? Find out on an all-new Simpsons. Then Dolly Parton is teaming up with the biggest backup singers in the business, Beaux. Catch an all-new episode with special guest star Dolly Parton, followed by Beverly Hills 90210 this Thursday.
the eyes of a young woman who knows how precious it really is.
I feel very lucky because I'm experiencing things that are here on this earth.
Kimberly Bergalis, a tragic victim of AIDS and an inspiring symbol of hope, takes the trip of a lifetime. A current affair special, The Fantastic Voyage.
A Current Affair, Monday at 7:30 on Fox 25.
Have you ever seen someone when they come out of a salon? They're happy and they look great. That's because they feel beautiful. Think about it. Hairstyling is creating beauty. People looking their absolute best. Uncovering beauty and enhancing it, that's style. To get that, start with a professional hairstylist. Take their advice and use Paul Mitchell products.
Paul Mitchell products are guaranteed only when purchased in beauty salons.
Dressing up, stepping out, if you're talking about fun, that's what it's all about. Shake it up, whoa, put it on, check it out.
When you're in a place where the beat goes on, you don't want to fill up. So reach for the silver bullet, the one that won't slow you down.
We're talking about good, like it's the right beer now. Shake it out, check it out.
DHL announces 1,466 flights daily. One flight every 58 seconds. The fastest service to more countries in the world of any air carrier. One restriction applies. You have to be a package. DHL. Faster to more of the world.
At our dairy farms around Cabot, Vermont, this morning's just like every morning. It's time to make the finest milk in New England into the cheddar voted best in the USA. Better milk, better cheddar. And at Cabot, we use only the best Vermont milk to make our hearty country cheddar.